Hello friends, in this video I'm going to discuss about how the stability of Afghanistan is in the interest of the region as well as India, how India will benefit from the stable democratic Afghanistan, what are the projects and schemes that India implemented in Afghanistan since 2011 to bring stability and prosperity in the region, and finally, what are the future course of action that India as well as the regional players has to take to bring stability and prosperity to Afghanistan as well as the whole region. Okay, let's start. Stable Afghanistan is India's interest. Look at the map. India has been surrounded by hostile forces which are planning continuously to destabilize India by all means. On the Western Front, we have Pakistan, which is sponsoring terrorism and sending terrorists across the border. On the Eastern Front, we have Bangladesh, which itself is suffering from civil war between extremist Islamic groups and the liberal Sheikh Hasina government. On the extreme Eastern Front, we have volatile Myanmar, which is causing distress to the northeastern states and its stability. On the northern side, we have border clashes with China, since we have unsettled border on the eastern and western front. So given all these situations, if we have another unstable Afghanistan, it would be very difficult to safeguard India's security. So stabilization of Afghanistan is in India's interest. Stable Afghanistan brings huge benefit to India. It provides safety and security to India. Given the geostrategic position of Afghanistan, it serves as a gateway to Central Asia. And the much important TAPI pipeline, the Turkmenistan, Afghanistan, Pakistan, India pipeline that carries natural gas, transit through Afghanistan. It will be successful only if there is stability in Afghanistan. And Afghanistan has huge mineral resources. So India can tap into that also if there is stability in Afghanistan. And there will be prosperous neighborhood. And it helps in SAARC regional cooperation if there is a stability. The first is security implication. If there is an instability in Afghanistan, if the Taliban takes over again the control of Afghan regime, then India's security will be at risk. For instance, most of the militant groups that have terrorized India since the early 1990s, for example, Harkat-ul-Jihad Islami, Huji, Jaish-e-Mohammed, Harkat-ul-Mujahideen, Lashkar-e-Taiba, have trained in Afghanistan, and it has various connections with Afghan Taliban. Moreover, Pakistan can influence the Taliban since there is a connection between ISI and Taliban throughout its history. So democratic, stable Afghanistan is in India's security interest. So this map will show you how India has been surrounded by hostile forces, which I have discussed earlier. Here, this is a map on Tapi pipeline, which carries natural gas from Turkmenistan through Afghanistan and then to Pakistan and finally to India. So the stability in Afghanistan region is very much essential for successful project. So it is deeply connected to India's energy security. Another area is mineral exploration. Afghanistan has over 1,400 mineral fields. It contains rich resources of barite, chromite, coal, copper, gold, iron ore, lead, natural gas, petroleum, precious and semi-precious stones, among many other minerals. According to an estimate, Afghanistan has mineral deposits worth $30 trillion. Recently, India's steel major SAIL, Steel Authority of India, and its consortium of companies planning to develop iron ore in Hijikak mine, which is considered as largest in Asia, and also planning to build a steel industry there, along with a railway line and power generation plant. All these is possible only with stable Afghanistan. Given India's demographic dividend and its fast-growing economy and infrastructure needs, Afghan will be a great help for meeting mineral requirements of India. Look at the map. Afghan for India is the gateway to Central Asia. We can reach Central Asia only through Afghanistan, since Central Asia is very rich in mineral resources, uranium, natural gas, oil reserves. Stable Afghanistan is very much essential to tap those resources. And finally, Afghanistan is a part of SAARC. India, to pursue its global ambitions, has to have the stable and prosperous neighborhood. So prosperity of SAARC countries and stability of these SAARC countries are very much essential for India's global ambitions, of which Afghanistan is a part. So to bring stability in Afghanistan, India has been doing tremendous work, which has been praised all over the world since 2001. That is, since the US and its allied forces invaded Afghanistan for toppling Taliban regime. Some of the major development works in Afghanistan are in humanitarian assistance area. India supplied daily 100 grams of fortified high-protein biscuits to nearly 2 million children under a school feeding program. And also India gifted 250,000 metric tons of wheat in 2009 to help Afghan to tide over its current food crisis. India's non-government organization, Self-Employed Women's Association from legendary Ilapat, is empowering Afghan women in forming self-help groups. Free medical consultation and medicines has been provided through 5 medical missions to over 30,000 Afghans monthly. India reconstructed Indira Gandhi Institute of Child Health in Kabul. India has gifted vehicles ranging from 400 buses, 200 minibuses for urban transportation. India provided military vehicles, arms and ammunition to strengthen armed forces. Very importantly, in infrastructure projects, India constructed 218-kilometer road from Zaranj to Dalaram. It facilitated free movement of goods and services from Afghanistan to the Iranian border and onward to the Chabad port. And this highway provides landlocked Afghanistan an alternative way to access Arabian Sea and Persian Gulf instead of relying entirely on unstable Pakistan routes. So this road can be exploited by India in future. If the Pakistan refuses to provide transit route to Afghanistan, India can tap Chabad port and move through Iran to Afghanistan through this route. So this is a major infrastructure project. Along with it, India constructed 220 kilowatt DC transmission line from Puli Kumri to Kabul to bring additional power from the northern grid to Kabul. So India lightened Afghan lives. India constructed and commissioned Salma Dam power project in the Herat province. As a support for democratic regime, India constructed Afghan parliament. India restored telecommunication infrastructure in 11 provinces. And this map will show you the India's major projects in Afghanistan. That is Salma Dam in Herat, Dalaram to Zaranj highway, new Afghan parliament, Phule Kumri to Kabul power transmission line. And this project has been praised all over the world since this is helping hugely in Afghan stability. India also entered into a strategic partnership agreement with Afghan government in 2011. According to the agreement, India is going to provide assistance to Afghan security forces. India trains Afghan security forces, and also India provides military equipment to the Afghan security forces. This is a temporary arrangement for the withdrawal of United States and allied forces from Afghanistan, but the permanent solution has to be to form regional security framework involving Russia, Iran, Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan, Tajikistan to assist Afghan security forces in fighting insurgency. And these countries, like India, have been the victim of terrorism, and they will be directly affected by the instability in Afghanistan. So they have their own strategic interest in maintaining stability in Afghanistan. So to rope and also developing mining industry will go a long way in bringing prosperity to Afghanistan, since Afghan has huge mineral resources. And if the Tapi pipeline is also commissioned, Afghan will get royalty for facilitating the transit routes. And also, if the international scholarship is provided to Afghan youth, it prevents them from being radicalized by Taliban and other militant organizations. And also, effort has to be made to bring democracy and people participation in the governance. And the civil society has to be strengthened to fight against the Taliban regime. So to bring stability in Afghanistan, there has to be a holistic approach ranging from security to economic to political levels. It is important that India is